It's a beautiful autumn day and a fine time to drop in to the local comic shop, Eides Entertainment to be specific. Let's head inside. First thing I like to do is stop at the new releases shelf and see what Blu-rays Steve has ordered for the week. There's always something wild on this rack, and it pays to check it early and often. Be it a Russ Meyer exploitation flick or a German expressionist classic, this is the place where the action is. Physical media is forever, so shouldn't you own your own favorites? Next to that are the new comics. If you missed anything from the last 3 weeks, this is where you'd find it. New trades and select toys along the top row with weekly issues below. Jimbo makes a point to order lots of variants and foil covers, so there's loads of choices when it comes to your new favorite books and trades. Not only that, we have a solid selection of Archie comics along the bottom row for when you want something a tad more wholesome. Follow down the row of wonders where you never know what you'll find. And at Eide's, VHS lives. Would you believe $1 a throw or 10 tapes for a mere Finsky? And this isn't just old Bob Ross instructionals or learn English the hard way tapes. There's loads of classic TV and movies just waiting to be rediscovered. Here's a bit of history. It's the original Eide sign, recently rediscovered after being thought lost. Hand-painted by a local Pittsburgh artist, it stands proudly on the first floor, a monument to Eide's 50-plus years and counting. Speaking of history, take some home. Please, this vintage Regina music box would look great in your living room, study, or man cave. It even comes with the records. Find another one of these for sale in the tri-state area, and I'll eat my Steelers tassel cap. At the back of the first floor is a small selection of new comics, along with other collectibles like original art, vintage magazines, animation cells, and the like. This selection changes frequently, so check in early and often. Just make sure you ask for assistance first, or Mike may take you out. Don't laugh, he holds the record for most consecutive tackles in the league. All books valued at $30 or more are sold in Mylar sleeves, giving your new comic that extra layer of protection needed to get it back home without dings, dents, rips, or folds. As far as what happens once you reach your home, buddy, that's on you. The first floor is also home to new and used Blu-rays, sports, and video games, plus the motherlode of dollar comics. Did you know you could fill a long box for $200? That's over 250 comics if you really stuff them in there. And these aren't just cheap comics, these are regular back issues that we're forced to dollar because we simply don't have the space to store them. That means our loss is your gain, folks. Come on in and load up today. Next, we head to the basement. That's the comic and toy department. It's the place to be for new comics and trades, back issues, vintage and modern toys, posters, and the like. That's where you'll find me, Charles, Paul, Zach, and other helpful members of the Eide staff, ready to help you find whatever you're looking for. Make sure you stop at the statue cases and check out a few of the high-end pieces that have strolled through. Loads of Bowen, DC, and Diamond Select, plus offerings from smaller companies that you just don't see anywhere else. Replace Meemaw's Blue Jay-shaped liquor bottles with something that'll really class the place up, or at least set your wife off. You'll note the many glimmering display cases throughout the store. These hold some of our dearest treasures, be they paper, plastic, or polystyrene. This is the place to find vintage children's books. Uncle Wiggily, RPG supplies, and other ephemera too exotic for regular retail. We're talking collectibles, periodicals, fanzines, art books. To quote a certain Dr. Jones, it belongs in a museum. Or maybe just your house. The basement is where you'll find our golden and silver age slabs. From .5s to 9.8s, all manner of preserved books wait patiently for their forever homes. I'd show you our Wolverine first appearance, but hey, we sold it. But we do have an Iron Man #1, Giant Size X-Men #1, and so many more I don't have the breath to list them. But why take my word for it when you could see for yourself? If you love collecting comics, then you owe it to yourself to stop down. Not tomorrow, but today. Heck, you might just find that grail you've been hunting for years. I've seen it happen. Behind the counter are all manner of fine toys and memorabilia. You like Marvel and DC? We've got that. Honestly, we may have too much of it. There's also an impressively curated selection of Transformers, including some truly wild third-party pieces that would really make your collection pop. Then, you want to have a Star War? Well, buddy, we got you covered. Comics, movies, posters, records, and of course, toys, vintage and otherwise. Search your feelings. You'd know it to be true. The glass cases of the basement are sure to delight and amaze with all manner of colorful items for the discerning consumer. Get yourself a violence box, just in time for Christmas. I'll be honest with you, half the stuff is so cool, I don't even know what it is. You got models, muscle men, and miscellanea that you just won't find elsewhere. On a budget? Who isn't these days? Be sure to cruise the used trade paperback section where all books are half cover. Lots of great deals here with a quick turnover, too. If you're looking for something specific, our new selection of trades and graphic novels can't be beat. Along the sidewall are essentials, masterworks, and other top-shelf reproductions of classic comic material. Ready to finally read every issue of Spider-Man in order, but don't have a few $1,000,000 lying around for back issues? Then trades are a brilliant way of getting caught up on everything you may have missed, without all the filler and sneaker ads. Along the back wall are the indie trades and graphic novels, with a nice selection of used ones to boot. If you're looking to buy for a comics lover this holiday season, then Eides has you covered. And then there's the atmosphere. Talk about verisimilitude. This place has it in spades. While other shops have changed and feel sterile and homogenized, Eides is a veritable petri dish of pop culture. Take the plunge today. Back behind the counters, yet even more wonders to behold. Items so strange and significant you'll wonder where they've been all your life. Vintage models, toy soldiers, and militaria, plus offerings from Marks, Kenner, and Matchbox. And then there's Kong, along with all manner of spiffy kaiju figures, both domestic and import. Trust me, Godzilla comes through here more often than he hits Tokyo, so if you like atomic monsters with a penchant for destruction, you're in the right place. Then, beam me over, Dr. Spock. There's no intelligent life here. There are, however, these tantalizing Archie variants. Collect the whole set. I know I will. Here's our autographed Brendan Wayne Mandalorian standee from Mr. Wayne's recent signing at the shop. That was one heck of a Saturday, with a truly impressive turnout of fans from all over. Be sure and like our Facebook page to keep up with all of the great events and offers happening in store. If you're anything like me, you like action figures, toys, mans, if you will. Well, Eides unquestionably has the best selection of mans in all of downtown Pittsburgh. Heaps of new figures from Hasbro, Mattel, Diamond Select, DC Classics, as well as other items from more esoteric companies. I haunt this section of the store frequently and have really bolstered my collection by just picking up a few friends here and there. And the prices can't be beat. No absurd markups, just cheap plastic for the masses. Don't you ever miss it. Next, we head up to the second floor, because man does not live by comics alone. This is the movie department, with a nice selection of books and magazines for all you cinema heads. You'll find some out-of-print gems for some out-of-sight prices, just waiting for your bookshelf. Next to that is a collectibles case featuring music memorabilia like sheet music, concert programs, and even gum machine prizes. It's an astonishing time capsule, rare and wonderful items that can be yours for a song. Note, songs will not be accepted as currency, although owner Ken Croft might just join you for a chorus or two. Be sure and check out the collectible vinyl featuring all your favorite artists. From ABBA to Zappa, Eides has it in stock. Or we can order it. No joke. I mean, we all know that the big box stores stink. They have poor customer service, the selection is terrible, and they simply don't pay their employees a living wage. Shop at Eides and rest assured your money goes back into a valued community resource. With the holidays coming up, why not stop by and pick up gifts for family, loved ones, and what the heck? Even yourself. I mean, look at how generous you've already been. I think you deserve something nice, and shopping locally keeps jobs and money here in the city as opposed to it vanishing into the ether. But let me get off this soapbox. Some guy wants to buy it to store his 45s. I'm proud to say that I've listened to many of these albums, as we play them first to make sure they don't skip. Lots of amazing stuff to discover or rediscover, with new selections hitting the bins daily. Plus there's seasonal, spoken word, folk, and denominational music for when you want to get your worship on. That's not to mention all the jazz, classical, and comedy records from the greats and not-so-greats. If you'd rather read words than have them thrown at you, check out our fiction selection featuring sci-fi, horror, and fantasy from the top authors in the field. Heck, you might even find one of my novels in here, and sure, I'll be happy to sign it for you. Following on, and hey, adults only, kid. This is where you'll find underground comics, art books, and the sort of magazines that you used to need a raincoat and slouch hat to buy. Then there's our monster magazines, featuring a robust selection of both vintage and recent publications. This is another selection about to balloon for the holidays, so be sure and stop in before all the good ones are gone. Remember when I said VHS lived at Eides? Here's an entire section of VHS selections for the discerning retro viewer, along with vintage movie posters, lobby cards, and the like. Then check out this vast assortment of DVDs, including television, animation, documentaries, and so much more. Oh sure, you can stream The Simpsons, but wouldn't you prefer to get all the extras, bonuses, and the episodes Disney Plus refuses to show you? I know that I would. On the opposite side, it's movies galore, glittering gems from Hollywood and beyond, prime for your personal movie night. Adventure, comedy, horror, and romance. So many choices. Heck, I get dizzy just talking about it. But there may also be a gas leak in my apartment, so if you hear an abrupt thump, call the authorities. And hey, why watch a movie when you could just listen to one? It's easy with our stellar selection of soundtracks. Relive the classics of yesteryear or thrill to the sounds of tomorrow. It's only a needle drop away. And let's not forget the pulps, movie posters, and all of the other pulsating potential purchases that lurk around every corner. It's simply too much to list, so let your eyes do the talking while I enjoy a sip of Grape Crush. You can really taste the methylanthranilate. Lastly, but certainly not leastly, we reach the third floor, aka the music department. This is Jimmer's domain, he of our recent Toy Hio video. Not only is Jay Money a top-notch retail clerk, but he's also a musician who runs his own record label. Make sure to check out this sterling selection of Distortion Records, featuring offerings from all of your favorite techno megases. This is the time on Sprockets when we dance. Not only that, but there's enough punk and rock 45s to sate even the most rebellious jukebox. Then grok the heady selection of new vinyl from all genres, including many record store day exclusives otherwise sold out. There's box sets, anthologies, and collections to make even the most ardent archivist sit up and take notice. And how about books about music or rare and unusual pressings? Those are right next to the music VHS tapes, ear and eye inspiring offerings at bottom shelf prices. And then there's more 45s of the classic rock variety. Who knows, you may well have been conceived of one of these very records. For me, it's Lou Christie's Lightning Strikes, although you'll need to buy my autobiography to get the whole story. I could go on and on. In fact, I have gone on and on. The point is, Eide simply has it all. Okay, maybe not all at once, and perhaps some of it more than other, but the truth is, there's simply no other store like it. And I'm not just saying that as an employee, I'm also a client. Nearly all of the books, toys, and paraphernalia you've seen on this channel originated right here, and that's really saying something. It's a place of wonder and joy, of nostalgia and new discoveries. All that's missing is you. So be sure and stop by, say hi, and sample the finest pop culture wares this side of Heroes World, circa 1978. I'm Jason Mink, and I hope to see you there.